Now it's time for the hottest 5 minutes of your morning. It's time for the Chamber of Five, a chance for you to find out what's happening with Bozeman area businesses as we talk with the Chamber of Commerce and businesses that are members. Now let's check in with Charlie for the Chamber 5 on K-Bear.
It's Charlie talking to Daryl Schliem, Bozeman Chamber of Commerce CEO. Daryl, looking fine as always. How you doing during these crazy times? We're talking about kids in Manhattan building robots. We got people in Helena doing different things there with trying to get to the midterms or whatever you call it, the mid-mark of the sessions. Yes. And what's happening here in Bozeman, in our neck of the woods?
Hey, well, one of the things we're trying to do is just keep ahead of that. I mean, you talk over and over. Yeah, well, we look at three factors that are going to face us probably now. And Charlie, my guess would be going into the future. I mean, we're going to look at some times in helping our businesses grow when new business is coming, and see the three largest factors we're seeing is workforce and really affordable and workforce housing.
Right.
Daycare has another topic that's really gotten out there, that the cost of daycare.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at an urban transportation district, and we think that all three kind of play into how we can continue to expand, bring workforce here, and what steps we have to take. So we had our first meeting, about 75 in attendance at Riverside Country Club.
Oh, cool.
And had our speakers come in to be able to give us an update. HRDC is one of those that is taking the lead on that. Heather Grenier has done a great job bringing these topics to the top. But then she brought in some experts that come in from the Housing Coalition, from One Valley. Bridget was able to join us, Wilkinson today. Jennifer Boyer, our newly elected county commissioner. And then we also talked about childcare. Jackie Haynes, Tori Sproles, executive director of childcare. Sarah Savage at Early Childhood. And then the biggest one, I think, that I hope our voters will listen and vote yes on. I know every time you see something come out on a ballot in May, you think they're asking you for more money.
Right.
This is basically asking to be able to create the urban transportation district for Bozeman boundaries that allows us now just to receive more federal dollars for our transportation system.
Right.
So there's no cost to create this district. It's just
for us. Yeah, exactly. We need to sustain somehow, and why not utilize this? It's a great idea. It's a great idea. I mean, we gotta have somebody out there, helping us out, and also if we want, service jobs. I mean, you bring them in. Bring them in. People are leaving this area,
and that's kind of what we're looking at. We're looking at actually how we can get out to Manhattan, Three Forks, all the way through, and having a transportation system that puts that in play. But I don't want people to be scared the creation of it. When we went over 50,000 people, which don't be angry about that. We went over. We're 52,000 now. Let's accept that. So let's vote yes anyway to create the district. There's no cost to you. And unfortunately, it's a mail-in ballot only, and 20% of those ballots have to come back. And we have to have at least 51% of those votes be able to vote yes to do it. But most of the time when you get your tax bill or a vote, usually they're asking you to increase your taxes or levy or something on it. But this one, I will promise you, the urban transportation district is nothing but recreating a new district like Streamline. It actually will be Streamline bus system, but it will be able to expand our boundaries, be able to go forward at no cost to build it. It's just how we receive the federal funds. And if we don't do this, they're still the federal government's going to see who they allocate the money to. It will probably go to the state first, to the governor's office, dwindle down to us, or go to the county commissioners, but it'll be a much smaller scale of what we can do for transportation system throughout Gallatin County.
So that's going to be like, what do you say, 10,000 yeses?
Yes, that's what we need.
Out of a city of 52,000?
Yeah.
So that's a target to shoot for. Yeah. And I'm glad, I like talking to you, because you break it down without any vague numbers. This is what we need. And we need this, to definitely to make this happen, which I think is a great idea, and hopefully that the Bozeman area will come through with this, and so we can get that workforce going and sustain ourselves. Otherwise, because I was just down at a few shops, a few different places, and try to renew my plates, and due to staffing shortages. And okay, I guess I'll do it online, I suppose, But so it's I'm starting to get a little worried, you know what I'm saying? My normal everyday cadence of going to this place, that place is disrupted. So
you're right.
Everybody sees it. We all see it,
And that's what happens. I mean, there's one thing the owner has to do. They either have to cut hours to keep the current employees happy and fully staffed, and then that's a disservice, like you said, to the community as a whole coming in. So we just appreciate your support out there, and I know most of the time you always hear, you can't trust what that says, but there is no cost to do it. If we ever wanted to come back and have an expanded district, then we have to come back to the voters every time and say, how much money will you allow us now as a mill levy to move forward? But this is nothing but a free creation of an urban transportation district that I encourage you strongly to vote yes and mail your ballot back.
Thank you, Daryl Schliem, for the heads up and everything, and letting us know with how things are happening out there with the Chamber's finger on the pulse. I mean, you guys definitely know what's happening. So appreciate you stopping by and talking to us.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie. That has been the Chamber 5, a chance for you to visit with the Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce and its businesses to find out what's happening in business in Bozeman. Let's get you back to more good times and great oldies now on 99.9 K-Bear.